UF cable, or underground feeder cable, is indeed acceptable for use as an overhead feeder to a detached garage, particularly for the distance specified of 25 feet. The key to understanding this lies in the cable's inherent properties and its compliance with electrical codes. UF cable is designed primarily for direct burial in the ground, which means it is manufactured to withstand harsh environmental conditions. These conditions include moisture, direct sunlight, chemical exposure from the soil, and physical stress from being buried. The fact that it is rated for direct burial inherently makes it suitable for overhead applications, as it can easily handle exposure to the elements above ground. One of the primary reasons UF cable is suitable for this application is its construction. It is a non-metallic cable, which means the conductors are insulated with a thermoplastic material, and the entire assembly is encased in a waterproof, sunlight-resistant jacket. This jacket provides protection against ultraviolet radiation from the sun, which can degrade the insulation of other types of cables over time, leading to cracking and eventual failure. It also protects against moisture, preventing water from seeping into the cable and causing corrosion of the conductors. Furthermore, UF cable is resistant to a variety of chemicals commonly found in the environment, such as fertilizers and pesticides. This chemical resistance is particularly important if the cable is run near gardens or other areas where these chemicals are used. From an electrical safety standpoint, UF cable provides excellent insulation and protection against ground faults and short circuits. The thick insulation around each conductor helps to prevent accidental contact between the conductors or between the conductors and the grounded metal parts of the structure. In the event of a fault, the cable is designed to trip the circuit breaker, cutting off the power and preventing electrical shock or fire. Now let's talk about the specific requirements for a 120-volt circuit in the garage. According to electrical codes, the minimum wire size for a 120-volt circuit depends on the amperage rating of the circuit breaker. For a typical 15-amp circuit breaker, a minimum wire size of 14 American wire gauge, or OG, copper is required. For a 20-amp circuit breaker, a minimum wire size of 12 AWG copper is required. While 14 AWG may be acceptable for a 15-amp circuit, it is generally recommended to use 12 AWG for a 20-amp circuit to provide a safety margin and reduce the risk of overheating. In this specific application, where UF cable is used for an overhead feeder to a detached garage with a 120-volt circuit, it is recommended to use UF cable with a minimum wire size of 12 AWG copper. This recommendation is based on several factors. Firstly, the anticipated load in the garage. Even if the garage is only intended to power a few lights and receptacles, it is always a good idea to plan for future expansion. Using 12 AWG wire provides some extra capacity, allowing for the addition of more electrical devices without overloading the circuit. Secondly, the distance of the run. At 25 feet, the voltage drop is not likely to be a significant issue with 12 AWG wire. However, if the distance was significantly longer, a larger wire size may be necessary to minimize voltage drop and ensure that the devices in the garage receive adequate power. Thirdly, compliance with electrical codes. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides specific guidelines for the installation of electrical wiring, including the selection of appropriate wire sizes. While the NEC does not explicitly require 12 AWG wire for a 15-amp circuit, it does allow for the use of larger wire sizes. Using 12 AWG wire demonstrates a commitment to safety and compliance with best practices. When installing the UF cable overhead, it is important to follow certain guidelines to ensure safe and reliable installation. Firstly, the cable should be properly supported. This can be achieved by using messenger wire and cable clamps to suspend the cable between the house and the garage. The messenger wire should be strong enough to support the weight of the cable, and the cable clamps should be spaced at appropriate intervals to prevent the cable from sagging. Secondly, the cable should be protected from physical damage. This can be achieved by running the cable through conduit where it is exposed to potential damage, such as near the ground or where it passes through walls. Conduit provides a protective barrier against impacts, abrasion, and other types of physical stress. Thirdly, the cable should be properly terminated at both ends. This involves connecting the conductors to the appropriate terminals in the electrical panel in the house and in the garage. The connection should be tight and secure to prevent loose wires, which can cause overheating and electrical hazards. Fourthly, ensure proper grounding. Grounding is a critical safety feature in any electrical system. The grounding wire provides a low resistance path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. The UF cable should include a grounding wire, which should be connected to the grounding busbar in the electrical panel in the house and in the garage. In addition to these guidelines, it is also important to follow all applicable local codes and regulations. Electrical codes vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, so it is essential to check with the local authorities to ensure that the installation meets all requirements. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation. Electricity can be dangerous, and improper wiring can lead to serious injury or property damage. A qualified electrician has the training, experience, and tools necessary to safely and correctly install the UF cable and ensure that the electrical system is functioning properly. When selecting UF cable for this application, it is important to choose a cable that is listed by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories or all. UL listing indicates that the cable has been tested and meets certain safety standards. It also ensures that the cable is of good quality and will perform reliably over time. The UF cable should also be sized appropriately for the load it will be carrying. This means calculating the total amperage of all the devices that will be powered by the circuit and selecting a cable with an ampacity rating that is equal to or greater than the total amperage. It is always better to oversize the cable slightly than to undersize it, as this provides a safety margin and reduces the risk of overheating. Before starting the installation, it is important to disconnect the power to the circuit at the electrical panel. This can be done by turning off the circuit breaker that supplies power to the circuit. It is also a good idea to test the circuit with a voltage tester to ensure that the power is off before working on the wiring. This will help to prevent accidental electrical shock. During the installation, it is important to use proper safety equipment, such as insulated gloves and safety glasses. Insulated gloves will protect your hands from electrical shock, and safety glasses will protect your eyes from debris. It is also important to work in a well-lit area and to avoid working in wet or damp conditions. Water is a conductor of electricity, and working in wet conditions can increase the risk of electrical shock. After the installation is complete, it is important to test the circuit to ensure that it is working properly. This can be done by plugging in a light or other electrical device and verifying that it turns on. It is also a good idea to check the voltage at the receptacle to ensure that it is within the acceptable range. If the voltage is too low, it could indicate a problem with the wiring. In summary, UF cable is an acceptable and suitable choice for an overhead feeder to a detached garage, provided that it is installed correctly and meets all applicable codes and regulations. Using UF cable with a minimum wire size of 12 AWG for a 120-volt circuit is generally recommended to provide a safety margin and ensure reliable performance. Always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any doubts or concerns about the installation. Remember to always turn off the power before working on electrical wiring and to use proper safety equipment to prevent injury. By following these guidelines, you can ensure a safe and reliable electrical connection between your house and your detached garage. Furthermore, consider these additional points when planning your overhead feeder installation. Firstly, check for any obstructions. Before running the cable, carefully inspect the path between the house and the garage for any obstructions, such as trees, branches, or other structures. These obstructions could interfere with the cable and potentially damage it. It may be necessary to trim branches or relocate the cable to avoid these obstructions. Secondly, consider the aesthetics. While functionality is the primary concern, it is also important to consider the aesthetics of the installation. Try to run the cable in a way that is as visually appealing as possible. This may involve using conduit to conceal the cable or painting the conduit to match the color of the house or garage. Thirdly, plan for future maintenance. When installing the cable, keep in mind that it may need to be accessed for maintenance or repairs in the future. Make sure that the cable is installed in a way that allows for easy access and does not require extensive disassembly of other structures. Fourthly, document the installation. Keep a record of the installation, including the type of cable you use, the wire size, the route of the cable, and any other relevant information. This documentation will be helpful if you ever need to troubleshoot problems or make repairs in the future. Fifthly, inspect the installation regularly. Periodically inspect the cable and its supports for any signs of damage or deterioration. This may involve checking for cracks in the insulation, loose connections, or sagging supports. If you find any problems, address them promptly to prevent further damage or potential hazards. Sixthly, be aware of local codes and regulations. Electrical codes and regulations vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, so it is important to be aware of the specific requirements in your area. These codes may dictate the type of cable that can be used, the minimum wire size, the method of installation, and other important details. Contact your local building department or electrical inspector to obtain information about the applicable codes and regulations. Seventhly, consider using a ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI receptacle in the garage. A GFCI receptacle is a safety device that detects ground faults and interrupts the power to the circuit, preventing an electrical shock. GFCI receptacles are particularly useful in damp or wet locations, such as garages, where the risk of electrical shock is higher. Eighthly, be mindful of the weather. Avoid working on electrical wiring during inclement weather, such as rain, snow, or high winds. These conditions can make the work more dangerous and increase the risk of electrical shock. Wait for the weather to clear before proceeding with the installation. Ninthly, double-check all connections. Before energizing the circuit, carefully double-check all connections to ensure that they are tight and secure. Loose connections can cause overheating, electrical hazards, and equipment malfunction. Use a torque screwdriver to tighten the connections to the manufacturer's recommended torque specifications. Tenthly, test the circuit under load. After energizing the circuit, test it under load to ensure that it can handle the expected amperage. This can be done by plugging in a variety of electrical devices and observing the voltage and amperage readings. If the voltage drops excessively or the amperage exceeds the circuit's rating, it could indicate a problem with the wiring. And lastly, consider surge protection. Install surge protection devices at both the house and the garage to protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage spikes caused by lightning or other electrical disturbances. Surge protectors divert excess voltage away from the equipment, preventing damage. By considering these additional points, you can ensure a safe, reliable, and long-lasting overhead feeder installation to your detached garage. Always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any doubts or concerns.